Alright guys, in this 5-minute Friday, I'm going to show you a very easy way to get rid of that nasty lens flare. It's a very simple technique. We're going to start right here in the field. I'm going to show you guys what I'm going to do here. Now the first thing you want to do is you want to set up to where when you're shooting directly into the sun, you want to make sure that your lens is completely clean. There's no scratches. Any filters you're going to put in front of it, it's going to make that lens flare worse. I'm going to take 3 shots at 3 different exposures. Because you're shooting directly into the sun, it's a wide dynamic range. You're shooting at literally the brightest things, so you want to make sure you can match exposures later in Photoshop or Lightroom. I'm going to show you guys how to do that. So you can see here, as soon as I put my finger in front of the camera, that lens flare goes away. As soon as I block the sun with my finger, it disappears. I'm going to take 3 different exposures, and the reason why I want to do that is because later on I want to be able to match exposures when I blend these 2 images together. I'm going to take 3 images with my finger covering the sun, and then 3 images without it. You're going to see that lens flare. Now what we're going to do is we're going to jump on the computer. I'll see you guys in just a minute. Alright guys, welcome to the computer. We are now going to jump on here into Lightroom. The main thing I want to focus on here is not necessarily the edit, but what I'm going to do is show you guys how I just match the tones, making sure that the area with the lens flare matches the area without the lens flare with my finger covering it. So I want to make sure that the exposures are matched properly because we're going to blend them together. So you can see here in this first image with my finger, and in the second image you can see here I'm just concentrating on this area right here and this area. So if I go back and forth, what I've done is I've matched them up. And so you can see over here I dropped down the highlights in the sky, and I've opened up the shadows just a little bit on this image without my finger in it. And then I come over here and I open the shadows quite a bit more, you can see, because the exposure is just a little bit different, and I just want to make sure that they both match up as close as possible. So now what I'm going to do, once I've done that, which is the most important step, I'm going to highlight the 2 by holding down shift. So highlighting the first one, holding down shift, and then highlighting them both. Right click, edit in, open as layers in Photoshop. I'm going to make sure that they're both aligned. I shot this on a tripod, but still I always do this just in case there's any kind of movement. I'm going to hold down shift, and I'm going to make sure that first layer is highlighted. Hold down shift, click the second layer so they're both highlighted. Come up here to edit, auto align layers. Hit OK, make sure it's an auto, very simple. Alright, so now if I click the top layer on and off, you can see there is no movement there besides my finger. So with this one selected, actually what I want to do is probably put the one without my finger up on top, so I'm going to move it up here so you can see before and after. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a white mask on. If you don't know what masks and layers are, it's very simply, the mask is what's going to show. Anything I'm going to paint in black is what I'm going to hide and reveal the layer underneath. I'm going to do a 5-minute Friday just on layers and masks, so if you don't completely understand this, stick around. I'm going to grab a black brush and I'm going to bring the opacity to about 50%. Because I have a white mask, that means everything on this layer is showing. I'm going to take a black brush and it's going to start to reveal the layer underneath. Anything I paint in black is going to reveal the layer underneath. I'm only going to paint on this area here with the sun flare because the layer below that, you can see the sun flare is not there. I'm going to just start brushing in this, and you can see just like that how easy it is. The lens flare just disappears. And go down here, and this is why it's so important to match the exposures. That is it. That's all there is to it. It's very easy. You take 2 images, one with your finger, one without, and put them in layers, put a mask on the top one, and brush it out. Let me know down in the comments if you guys want to see a video just on layers and masks. I think I can pull this off in 5 minutes. I think I can go through what layers and masks are and do some basics on it. So if you want to know more about any of my post-processing, I'm going to do a lot of this stuff in the 5-minute Fridays, so make sure you're subscribed to this channel and hit that bell icon so you're notified when new videos are up. We release videos every Monday and Friday. Alright guys, that's it. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.